For this week's Fairy Culture segment, we get the backstory from DJ Tony Rebel about his 1993 collaboration Weekend Love with Queen Latifah.
I know that that's what we are.
In 1993, you had a Billboard hit with Queen Latifah,
Yeah.
Weekend Love.
Yeah.
How did you meet her? How did the collaboration come about?
Well, I met her in Bermuda. Once I went there with Sister Marcia and Tiger and so forth. And she was on the bill too. So she was telling me how she loved my songs, and every time she on tour, she play my songs and all of that. And she loved my voice, and we just hit it off, and I took her number, took mine, and
didn't mean to turn you on, but the vibe was oh so strong, and you got things to do when I...
One day I was in Jamaica and she said, I have a song, my first reggae song, that I want your voice on it. She said, can you come up tomorrow and do it? I said, yeah man, send me the song. And she sent me a song. And she get my name and she buy the ticket, and I flew up, was in Manhattan. 2 o'clock was the studio time. And I wrote that song between 12 and 2. And then we walk over to the studio, and Naughty by Nature was in the studio and so forth, and Latifah was there, and I just did it, and they thought it was great. Yeah, man, and then I was on tour, and they say, boy, the song blowing up on Hot 97 and so forth, so you have to come and do the video. So I leave the tour and went to Florida.
W-E-E-K and a E-N-D and a L-O-V-E. We were meant to be a W-E-E-K.
What was the vibe like in the studio working with Queen Latifah? What
good.
did you take away from that experience?
That she was a woman and she was in charge of her stuff. She was in charge of it. She know what she wants. She know what she wants to hear. I admired her. That is why I started producing, you know, because she was an artist and she was producing. So I'm saying, what? This woman can produce? I started producing.
I know you know we are occupied. From all of life things has been denied. Many feelings hide, many tears of pride.
When Weekend Love took off in the States and around the world, how did it change life for you? Did you see other doors opening for your career internationally?
Yeah, man. Every time I walk through New York, somebody would want my autograph. At first, it's just the Jamaican community or the diaspora community would know me. But other people were walking over to me now and saying, hi, may I have your autograph, you Tony Rebel? Yeah, and so, you know, it really opened up doors, man. That's my first Billboard hits. My first time walking in New York and seeing myself on television. First time in a hotel room and seeing myself on television on BT and so forth, you know. It really opened doors for me.
And we're sorry when we part and we're glad when we meet. Although we only do that for once a week. Sorry when we part.
We now hear from DJ Marchin as he gives his take on Jamaica's current music scene.
Bone shaking and count and make the skull upset. No, done set.
First of all, people need to understand and realize that music is an expression, right? Nobody is not going to write about something that they're not feeling or that they're not experiencing. So for example, Dunch check. Back of the class, banana subject, right? If you're listening to the lyrical content of that song, you would understand what he's saying. He's not saying that that was his choice. He never graduated from school with no subject, and whatever the case is, instead of picking up a gun and becoming a killer or a murderer or whatever the case may be, he took to music. But he's saying that, you know, he didn't have to go to school to make his way. He made his way through music. I was in his situation too. I would want to express my upbringing and what I went through. However, the only thing I would do different with him, right? Because a lot of children are looking up and say, yeah, man, we can be done now and whatever the case is. What he should do is probably take a page out of Assassin's book. Assassin went back to school, got his degree and whatever. You know what I mean? So it's not something that you're glorifying being done. Yes, you didn't graduate from school, no subjects and whatever the case is, and you're the biggest dancehall star right now, right? Yeah, that happened. But you can always go back to school. A lot of persons have done it. But I don't have a problem with the trap dancehall, you know. I don't have a problem because Jamaican music has always been evolving.
It's now time to say our goodbyes to the Emancipation Park as well as this week's episode of Pree. You don't know I'm your host Naldo Addy, and I'll see you guys next time.